My roommate talks in his sleep. I think it's getting worse. My roommate Ellis and I have been best friends for almost 2 years. We met through a film class during sophomore year, ironically, because of a dumb argument. We spent our entire walk to the parking lot fighting over the movie of the week, Patterson. I hated it with a passion, and Ellis acted like it was a spiritual experience. Somehow, that stupid fight was the start of one of the most important friendships of my life. Over the months, we clicked in ways neither of us expected. Ellis is emotional, spontaneous, always chasing some hidden meaning in mundane things, while I'm the logical, structured engineering student with no room for that kind of chaos. But that difference made everything work. When my lease ended last year, he invited me to move into a house with him and 3 other friends. I technically don't have a real bedroom. I live in the walk-in closet of the master bedroom, but honestly, the setup works. He needs space for all his posters, books, and clothes. I need a small, private place to sleep and a door I can close. The closet has no lights, so I strung up lamps and fairy lights leading up toward the attic door above my bed. It's cramped, but it's home. Ellis has always been a deep sleeper. Usually, if I get home late from a project or study session, I slip through his room to the closet without waking him. That's why, the first time I heard him whispering, I wasn't even sure I hadn't imagined it. It was around 2 a.m. after a brutal work session. When I entered the house, I could swear I heard faint voices, soft, muffled, like someone talking through a wall. I went into Ellis's room and found him unconscious, sprawled sideways across his bed. I shrugged it off and closed the closet door behind me. That was when I heard it again, a tiny breath of a voice leaking through the wall, a murmur, a mumble, nothing distinct. It became a pattern after that, soft, broken whispers drifting into my closet several nights a week. Ellis had never talked in his sleep before, but I figured stress, school, whatever. Maybe it just started now. I didn't think much of it. Then things changed. 2 nights ago, I got home at almost 3 a.m. exhausted beyond reason. I was about to unlock the front door when I noticed something wrong. The door was already open, just barely, a sliver of blackness cutting into the frame. The house was dead silent. No lights, no movement, just that thin crack of darkness. Before I could process it, someone grabbed my shoulder. I nearly screamed, whipping around, but it was just Gio, another housemate. He'd forgotten his keys. We exchanged quick greetings, and he headed out. I closed the door behind him and walked toward the master bedroom. Ellis's whispering was already drifting through the dark like static. That night, the whispering didn't fade. It grew. It had a rhythm to it, a strange, uneven cadence, quiet breaths, small hums, fragments of words I couldn't make out. I lay there trying to ignore it, letting my mind drift until suddenly something changed. The whispering stopped. It was replaced by the soft scrape of fabric, sheets being pulled aside. Then footsteps, slow, dragging footsteps, getting closer. I pulled my blanket to my chest, freezing in place. My lights were off, and I didn't dare turn them on. The closet was so small that I could hear each uneven breath coming from the other side of the door, the wood vibrating ever so slightly with each inhale. Something was standing right outside. I climbed carefully down from my loft bed, every muscle tense, every breath shallow. The AC hummed faintly, but through it I could hear Ellis breathing, long, ragged breaths that sounded nothing like him. I inched toward the door, one silent step at a time. When I put my hand on the knob, the breathing stopped. The silence felt thick enough to suffocate me. I was inches away from whatever was on the other side. I didn't know if I should turn the knob or retreat back up the ladder. Then the voice came, soft, calm, completely normal. Brian, he said my name like it was the middle of the day. My blood went cold. My whole body erupted in goosebumps. The voice was too close. It sounded like Ellis was speaking right into the door. I flung the door open. Ellis was asleep, fully asleep, wrapped in blankets, curled up on the opposite side of the room. There was absolutely no way he could have been standing at my door, whispering, panting like that, and then gotten back into bed in the single second it took me to open it. I shook him awake, terrified. He blinked at me groggily while I tried to explain what I heard. He seemed scared too, or at least he tried to. We spent half an hour checking every door and window in the house, and neither of us slept well afterward. We tried to reason it out in the morning. Maybe he'd always had some sleepwalking problem and never knew. Maybe my imagination was playing tricks on me. Maybe both, but deep down, I don't believe that.